2025 roadmap. So we're going to be discussing 2025 update roadmaps in bloxfruits because this is something that a lot of people wanted to see because this is what won my poll in my latest poll in my YouTube channel. Now, if you guys want to decide whatever next video is going to be happening, then don't forget to occasionally check in on the channel because we occasionally, pretty much every single day now, create polls to decide what the next video is going to be about. So if you want to decide what the next video is, then don't forget to subscribe and also go check out my official channel page. You guys can see the polls right there and you can vote which video you want to be discussed next. And also at 120k subs, we're going to be doing a perm dragon fruit giveaway, so subscribe for that as well. Alright, so first and foremost, let's start with January. We have this one right here. Take a look at is potential time zones in which they can create updates. So there's several updates that they could potentially do, several things that they could potentially add. Now what we're gonna start with is the time frame in which they could be releasing it. Now let's start with the closest one to us, which is going to be the anniversary of bloxfruits, which is going to be around January 16. So the game was created in January 16, 2019, and an anniversary is going to be in January 16, which is going to be the 6th year anniversary for bloxfruits. And it's potentially possible that there could be a January 16 update. However, if they do not give us any announcements in the coming days, then this is going to be very unlikely. Now, the closest one after that is going to be February 14. February 14 is very important because most of the time, every Valentine's Day, except for last year, I believe, they actually release special Valentine's events. Like, if you go check this one right here, I actually have hearts and also a cloak, a Valentine's cloak, a coat, sorry, a Cupid's coat, and a bunch of other stuff related with that. Actually, the love fruit is a rework that was released in the love or in the Valentine's update. I feel like if they are gonna be doing a Valentine's update, a love awakening would be kind of nice to see. But then if they don't release anything for Valentine's, then the next time that they could be releasing something is going to be for the summer. So around March, April, May, and maybe even June is time zones where most people are actually not in classes because it's summer. And during these potential time frames, they could be releasing updates because most of the people are going to be available to play. Kind of like a summer update or something like that. Yeah, they could be doing a summer update. They could be even doing a April Fool's update if they wanted to. But the summer is also one potential time that they could be releasing an update, which is actually kind of interesting. Now the next one, the next time frame, and probably the most likely where a major update could potentially happen is going to be the last quarter of the year, around the Burr months as we call it. So October, starting from September, October, November, December, these 4 months are very likely to have an update simply because they probably would have had enough time to create an update by then. And apart from having enough time to create an update, they probably likely would have less players at that point. Their game would probably no longer be averaging 1 million. And at that point, they probably have used up most of the money that they've earned from the last update, which will probably drive them to create another one. So an update is most likely in the last quarter of the month during September, October, November, and December. This is usually when the most major updates happen. September 10, 2022, update 17 part 3, the biggest update in that year. Dragon update released in December 14, 2024, which again is a pretty big update. So most of them was released around the Burr months or the last quarter of the year. So now that we've discussed the time frames, let's talk about the updates that they could potentially be doing during this year. So first, let's start out with some fruits. Obviously, the fruit rework that's most likely going to be releasing this year is Control. Everybody's been talking about it. They talked about it first, however, announcing Control fruit rework the same time they announced Dragon fruit rework. However, Dragon fruit rework was reworked first because it is the most popular or more popular fruit, but I think a Control fruit rework is going to be happening next and has insanely huge potential. I feel like a Control fruit rework would be absolutely crazy. So there could be a potential, there is a 100% chance that it will be releasing this year. Now after Control fruit rework, it's also very likely that they're going to be releasing another fruit which is there is a couple of fruits that they could be potentially releasing from this lineup, and the most likely one and the one that people most definitely want to see more is going to be the long-awaited celestial fruit. Celestial fruit is one of those fruits that people just want to see. It is the second most popular fan-made fruit right after kitsune. So there is a chance that celestial could also get added this year. However, there's a chance as well that other fruit contest winners might get added. Like if we go check out some of the fruit contest winners like the hollow fruit, it's perfect for a Halloween update if they're ever going to be doing a Halloween update. And if they release a major update before Halloween, they always do a Halloween update, so there's a chance that the hollow fruit could potentially get added into the game eventually. Then, another thing that I wanted to discuss is the addition of chromatic skins. Now, chromatic skins are pretty big and pretty decent. There are a lot more chromatic skins that are already in the works right now. I believe what's going to be happening is they're likely going to be releasing these chromatic skins once a month. So, potentially seeing a chromatic skin by January, another chromatic skin by January, then by February, then by March. It's a very high chance that they're going to be releasing chromatic skins like that because, again, it does make a lot of money. So, yeah. Now, the other things that could potentially be releasing are stuff like the map reworks, which has been awaited for such a long time now. The user interface reworks, which again, they sneaked. Everything that I'm saying right now can be found in their Twitter and on their Discord. So if you want to go check that out, you can go check those sources out. But I believe there is a high chance that map reworks are going to be added this year during their major update. Because again, they always update once a year. Or they always update every year. It's not they never not update every year. So potentially the major update this year is gonna add map reworks as well, and potentially some of the user interface reworks, and potentially some of the sword models, the sword model reworks that are still missing. But then, obviously, one of the more obvious ones is going to be Divine Arts. I've been talking about Divine Arts for a while now. It's already in the game. I literally made a video about it being in the game. Then, apart from Divine Arts, there's also going to be other things such as the submarine NPC, underwater sea events, which was mentioned in the Future of bloxfruits video. So, all of these stuff have a potential to be added. If I'm being honest with you, the more likely stuff that are going to be added, I'm gonna list them out right now. Control fruit rework, very likely. Divine Art, very likely. Map reworks, very likely. User interface reworks, very likely. Submarine for underwater sea events, very likely as well. And then the remaining of the sword model reworks, very likely as well. A new fruit such as Celestial is not very likely, but a new fruit is pretty much confirmed. They always release new fruits for money. But a new fruit like Celestial, being Celestial, is not very likely. And then after that, you also have chromatic skins being a monthly thing, which I think is potentially possible. I do see chromatic skins being a monthly thing to make money. But yeah, I think that's going to be the accurate potential bloxfruits 2025 updates. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and sub. Now, I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out, everybody.